I'm going to talk about my experience as a student teacher in Carlos Mashuit school. Um, I'm going to talk about, in particular, in my about my class, the things that I consider that I have to improve, um, and finally, well, the final task and some final comments. Of course, my class was took part um, took part of another classes, um, and we work with this as a team, as a group. We decided to work with comparative and superlative, and we in order to link those that topics, comparative and superlative, we decided to work with different cities around the world. In the first class, one of my classmates word comparatives um, with the cities, and in my case, in my class, um, I work with festivals of those cities because our final task is to create a touristic magazine. In my first part of the class, the opening task was an oral activity in which I uh, pasted some names of the different festivals. The Bastille Festival in Paris, France, the Halloween Festival in New York or the USA, talking in general, the Carnival of Rio de Janeiro, and well, I posted some of them, some of the name of the festivals, and I asked them some questions if they know of one of these city, and of course they could participate and add information of that, and if they would like to go one of these festival and why, and, and well, they enjoy it a lot. Then the second activity, I gave them copies with different descriptions of the festivals, and according what they have read in those papers, in those sheet of papers, they have to answer answer the answer the question about five of the festivals, because I work with 10 festivals around the world. Um, then in when the first period finished, in the second period, they finish answering, and we correct it orally, um, uh, the different possible answers, and in that way I monitor them, and they correct. I gave the possibility to correct each other's answers. And the final task was with other five festivals was to was a fill in the gap activity, in which with the other five festivals they have to see if they have to complete with the adjective in the comparative way or in the superlative way. Now I would like to talk about the things that I consider that I have to improve. Um, the first thing that I consider I have to improve or enhance is the grade of difficulty of the task, especially in the second task, in the real com, in which they show me some in the way they show me some difficulties in order to answer the question because of the way in which I prepared the questions, the difficulty in the questions. I had to I had to take into account that thing. Finally, they could sort it out the questions, but I consider that was a bit difficult. And the second thing is in the last activity was not the feeling the gap activity nowadays is a bit out of out of fashion, and well, it was a bit hard because it was long, and of course in fact I couldn't finish the activity in the period because the activity was long. The things that I like a lot of the memorable activity was the first one because the students were really engaged in the oral participation. Um, the communication with them was very natural and fluent, and they enjoy it a lot, and they show me that they know a lot. They could communicate according to their ages. They could communicate quite good. Yes, and I like that. And the final task that was not part of my class in particular, it was part of the teamwork, uh, was one of the most memorable of this process because um, according what they have learned in the previous classes with me and my classmates, they had to create a magazine, a touristic magazine. So they had to write about what they have learned with the comparisons of superlative with the cities, uh, create a touristic magazine, the information with the cities of Sydney, of Rio de Janeiro, of Venice, of Paris, and we gave them different pictures of the cities. We gave them the cover of the magazine, and they have to paste the photos, and they have to write the information of the cities, and of course those ages they enjoyed a lot. Um, of course, it was an experience that I had to learn a lot, but I had a great time, and and it was a great experience, and I think that it will be better in the future.